Hello everybody. So this is a follow-up to an earlier video that I did, and I'm just eating my breakfast. So what I'm going to do is have some porridge whilst I demonstrate Bitcoin price tracker on a Raspberry Pi. It's quite cold here in the UK, so just eating some porridge. And here we go. So Python. So install pip install WebSocket-client. Remember that. Pip install WebSocket client. So this is the code from an earlier video, which I'll put the link for in the description. And let's make the screen go white just so that I blend in a bit better, shall we? There we go. Yeah, I've kind of blended in now. So here's the code, and you can see most of my secret, but you can't see all of it, so it's no good to you. So aggressive. Right. Yeah, so what we're doing is we are going to the WebSocket API of blockchain.info, and we're getting real-time Bitcoin price information. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin. You could search for you could specify another symbol. The symbol is, there you go, line 13. I believe they do other cryptocurrencies, and really the whole concept here could be equally applied to any other type of traditional finance as well. So what I'm going to do is store the previous price, compare it to the new price, and then display using Unicode whether it's gone up or down. So I think it's time to demonstrate it rather than you watching me eat my breakfast. You don't see that on all the slick YouTube channels, do you? People eating their breakfast while they're trying to present. They're all hyper, aren't they, on coffee and, I don't know, hyper on something. Right, so I'm on my Raspberry Pi, Python, BTC, autocomplete. You ready? What we're going to do is we are going to get live Bitcoin price information and see whether it's going up or down by the second. Mm. Mm. Hmm. The first result is always 0.01. That's just because I was lazy when I was passing, and it actually includes a line that it doesn't need. That's just the first second, so I think we'll leave that for now. Anyway, here we go. So we've got price in dollars, 36,371, and then it went down to 36,369. Yeah, lots of down. So it's gradually going down from 36.3, the high 36.3s, 36.360, 36.336. You can see. So, very interesting. And what's actually going on is it's just picking out the PX from, so we've got From WebSockets, we get a dictionary. Within the dictionary, we then go and get the values. The values then gives us a list. Within that list, we then pick out the fifth, the fifth item, and then we get the dictionary key called px from the new variable, and then we update it with, with some UTF U25B2 or 25BC, up or down. If you want it to be really clever, you could probably make it do a smiley when it goes up, or frowning face when it goes down. But no, in all seriousness, I mean, this uses WebSockets, so it's giving you real-time information. I'm just running this on a Raspberry Pi. It's using the API, which I demonstrated in an earlier video. It's free. Obviously, don't abuse it, otherwise you'll spoil it for others and maybe get banned or just won't be able to use it again. I can't remember if I whitelisted my IP address or not in the end. You have the option to whitelist your IP address. But that's obviously just only if that's to stop someone else getting hold of your script and then running it from their IP address. So yeah, we see price action live on a Raspberry Pi. And yeah, there's other bits of information you get. This is from what's called the Layer 2 order book. Maybe in future video we'll look more at the different options that you have. Actually, no, let's do it now. So what was it? It was Bitcoin.info. And if you're not at all interested in cryptocurrency or you think it's a big scam, then that's fine. But that was blockchain.info, wasn't it? Just bear with me. The point in this video really is not so much to kind of promote cryptocurrencies, it's just to show what you can do with APIs, WebSockets, and some of the emerging it's an emerging technology. Not really technology, is it? It's an emerging asset, digital store of value, and so on. Yeah, so that was where if you haven't watched the earlier video, maybe go back and just check that out. That's where I do more of kind of the setup. Hmm. Yeah, so that's the bit that we're kind of looking at there. Actually, that wasn't the bit that we used. Yeah, that's the one. We just went straight into that. So yeah, if you didn't see the earlier video, that's what I used. Let's temporarily move that over there. So as you see, you need the API key, which, not gonna lie, took about half an hour to set up. Hmm. Hmm. 1,200 messages per minute. I'm doing one every 0.8 seconds, so we're very safe there. There's no point pulling it, extracting it faster than you can actually read it. We're not doing high frequency trading here. Prices. Oh, to receive candlestick market data. So candlestick is a timestamp, open, high, low, close, volume. Symbols. Trades. So different channels. Each channel does something different. Much like a YouTube channel, I guess, or a television channel. So if you want to look at trades, you get a trades channel. If you want to go to the kind of what channel are we actually on? Yeah, layer 2. So we're on the order book channel. So we're looking at orders. I thought it stopped then, but it hadn't. So there we see. Obviously, people, you might say, well, why don't you make it really nice and graphical user interface and so on? But this could actually be used with, for instance, a 16 by 2 LCD display. You could just leave that. You could just set that running, and it doesn't tie up a screen, because really you're only really interested in looking at, well, what's at the moment is 5, 6, 7, or 8 digits. So why tie up a whole computer screen for that? Just going to move that out of the way now. You've probably seen enough. So that's the code. What would I do next? Well, next I would refactor it, and all of that probably needs to go into a function, and actually break that up into a function as well, or a method even, if make it object oriented. So there we go. You've seen how to display Bitcoin price data, live Bitcoin price data, on a Raspberry Pi. Although really, when videos say something that such and such for a Raspberry Pi, to be honest, the Raspberry Pi, to all intents and purposes, is capable of the majority of what you might want to do on a PC anyway. So there we go. When I do stuff on a Raspberry Pi, it's really the intention is to do command line stuff. So Raspberry Pi to me is a little server that runs SSH that you can do command line automation with. That's just what I use it for. I'm not, I'm not arguing with anybody who does other stuff with it, but it's just whenever I talk about Raspberry Pi, that's what I mean. I mean a small server that is on 24/7, low power consumption, and I access it via SSH and automate stuff on it. So yeah, there we go. I nearly finished my porridge, if that's of interest. Probably not. No. you'd probably think Python 360 is kind of like losing it really, but no, it's quite difficult to keep coming up with new video content and um, try and compete with the larger channels with kind of yeah, pretty girls, lots of background lighting and pot plants um, and also YouTube does kind of it has a insatiable demand or appetite, sorry, an insatiable appetite for new content. So to try and keep making hour-long videos with subtitles, captions and so on, animations, whatever, takes forever. And unless you're a big channel, it's probably time to fess up. Obviously, I've got a few adverts on here now with being monetized and so on, but um, yeah, it's kind of the money from the monetization